Welcome to the CAD Builder video tutorial series. This is an introductory overview intended for users who are new to CAD Builder and would like to see how the program generates its output. We will use the pre-made trial global options as well as the default library of cabinets, so please keep in mind that they will not match the specifications of your shop's production without modifications. First things first, let's access the program. You do this by opening a browser and going to cabbuildersoftware.com/cabbuilder. Fill in your login and password and proceed. The left side of the screen hosts the main navigation panel. You will use this to go through CAD Builder's modules and its main menu, as well as for accessing profile information. Start a new design by clicking the main menu at the top of the bar and clicking New. This brings you to the Design menu. The left side of the screen has a list of things that you could bring into the design, the main focus for your reports being the cabinetry. The middle of the screen has the Design workspace. Bringing the objects in is as simple as dragging and dropping them from the left and into the design. Click on the Layout icon at the top of the toolbar and drag in one of the wall layouts. Once you have some walls, let's go ahead and drag in a few cabinets. Now, you will see that the right side of your screen displays the 3D view at the top, and below that you'll see the properties of selected objects. We will keep the design brief for the purpose of this video, but you can check out our design training videos on our website if you would like to go more in depth into the design controls. Right now, since we have some cabinets in the design, CAD Builder knows their overall sizes and forms, however, it does not know the details. For instance, how to assemble them, what to assemble them from, and how to price them. This is the purpose of the design options, which are pre-made settings that provide answers to these questions. Set the options for this design by clicking Design Options at the top center of the screen. This menu shows the options on the left and what you can assign to them on the right. Start with the cabinet construction method, which describes how you want to cut these cabinets. Pick the option that most closely matches what you do in your shop. In our case, we will use trial framed butt joint full overlay. Next is how the drawer boxes are assembled. Drawer box construction. We will use the trial dovetail. Finish sets the overall coating that will cover the cabinets in the rendering. We will pick Alder Dark. Cabinet, drawer box, and door material assignments dictate what materials to use for each of the cabinet parts. For example, using trial birch plywood cabinets means the backs are going to be made out of 1/4-inch plywood birch. Then we will pick trial maple hardwood for the drawers, and then for the door material, we will select trial door assignment. Hinge and guide assignments will control the hardware in this design. Here we will select the trial bloom compact option for the hinges, and then for the guides we will select trial bloom tandem for framed cabinets. Lower door, upper door, and drawer front construction describe how these are to be assembled, and any options are fine. For today, we will scroll down to the shaker option for each of these. For the door and drawer knobs, any option is fine here as well. For today, let's go ahead and select the bar pull. Even if you are not planning on using cabinet legs, which is the next selection, you will still need to select one so that all of the global options are complete for your design. And finally, the pricing method, which will set the calculated price of all the cabinets in the design. Your options are by linear foot or by volume. We will select by linear foot for our design today. Once these are chosen, click Apply at the bottom right and the program will use the chosen settings to make your cabinet part calculations. These global options describe how to interpret cabinets in the design, but what if you need to adapt a specific cabinet for some specific context? This is where the wireframe menu comes into play. Select a cabinet and click Open Cabinet Wireframe Editor. This menu allows you to change the cabinet in many ways, such as adding, removing, or resizing front and shelf elements, as well as changing some of the default behavior set by the construction method. We will once again keep this brief in the interest of the video length, but you can find more details in our wireframe editor videos on our training page. For now, we will simply modify the left side by selecting it on the left side of the screen and viewing its attributes on the right. If, for instance, this is an end cabinet seen from the left, then maybe we want a false door applied. This is done by selecting case parts on the left, then left side unfinished, which you will now see highlighted in the wireframe view. Then we can change the part type to side applied door on the right side of the screen. Save this change in the cabinet's wireframe by selecting the Save button at the top right, and then click the left arrow at the top left of your screen to go back to the design layout. If you only need the cabinet information without having to create a design, you can easily do this by going to the Bill of Materials menu, located on the main toolbar, second icon down. You'll select your catalog at the top, then navigate down to locate the item or items you wish to add. Then you can simply drag and drop the cabinets into the job as non-planned items, as you see here. Planned items are also shown here, allowing you to view all cabinet-related items in the job file. With the cabinets, global options, and occasional wireframe modifications in place, CAB Builder can calculate relevant cut lists, reports, drawings, and material nestings. The first of these is in the Cut List module, where you can view a list of all the parts that constitute the cabinets in the design. The left side of the screen shows an entry for each product, split by the rooms they come from. The top of this column has a drop-down list that organizes the cut list table, either cabinet by cabinet or by assembly. The table itself is shown on the right and can be sorted by the variables at the top. For filtered down information, go to the Reports module. The Reports menu will output documents relevant to various stages in the manufacturing process. The cabinet list shows cabinet items found in the job with general info like SKU, description, sizes, and pricing. The cabinet cut list shows most of the cut list table in report form, allowing for further filtering. For instance, I can go to its settings and filter down the cut list to just the door and drawer front parts. The assembly report takes the cut list and sorts it cabinet by cabinet, useful for whoever assembles. The door list shows all the door and drawer front sizes, which is useful for ordering fronts if outsourced. Drawer box list does the same for the drawer boxes, whereas drawer box cut list and drawer box summary list show the relevant drawer box parts. This is useful for those who cut and assemble drawer boxes. Next, the material report gives a breakdown of all the materials counted in the job, giving you an estimate of what you need to execute the design. Cabinet pricing reveals the pricing calculations for each cabinet. Material catalog list takes all the materials you have in your account and lists them with some general information. If you need shop drawings, then navigate to the Drawings module at the bottom of the main toolbar. Create a new drawing by clicking on the paper icon at the top left of the screen. The Create Drawing will pop up. Use the drop-down menu to select what type of drawing you would like to create. Custom is an empty document. Cabinet Parts generates dimension drawings for every cabinet part, useful for verifying your construction specs. Cabinet Assembly shows cabinet assembly drawings paired with relevant cabinets cut lists, useful for your cabinet assemblers. And cabinet frame assembly makes diagrams of every cabinet face frame in the design useful for the frame assembler. We will choose Cabinet Assembly. Next, set the page size and margins and click Next. Now, you should pick the cabinets you want to make the drawings for. The top right of the menu filters the room you're focusing on. You can choose individual cabinets, but if you click Select All, then all cabinets are selected. Hit Create and you will see the document focus into view. To print it out, click on the print icon at the top left and either save it as a local PDF file or print it out. If you are just looking for a printout of the design, then click on the main menu at the top left and select Print, and CAD Builder will make a page for every design plan, elevation, and 3D view. CAD Builder is designed such that you dictate the default cabinet behavior in the global options and the catalogs, with the ability to make individual changes throughout the wireframe editor. Getting production output from designs is as easy as clicking a few buttons. If you plan on using our Material Optimizer or extracting CNC codes, then check out our next trial video where we show you a summary of the optimizer. Thank you. To view additional video tutorials, please visit www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training.